Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Cody, the Rad Retro Dad, and today we're going to be talking about a game that my kids are very excited to play. And I have to admit, I'm kind of excited for this game too. We're going to talk about Mario Kart World. And I know there's a little bit of controversy around this game where it is priced at $80. I believe that that is overpriced, but that's not what we're going to talk about today. We're going to focus on why we are excited to play this game. And so let's get into it and talk about some of the features that I like. It's a Mario Kart game, so it's got to feel like a Mario Kart game. But to have it in a completely open world that you can explore, I am absolutely 100% sure that Nintendo is going to hide all kinds of crazy stuff in this world for you to find. There's going to be lots of Easter eggs, hidden surprises, and I'm sure there's going to be like hidden tracks that you can find as well. Let's talk about what we know about the game. First off, the release date. It releases with the Switch on June 5th. Some of the things that we do know about the game. First, let's talk about the gameplay. It features 24 racers per race. That's online, obviously. That's double what it was in Mario Kart 8. They also are introducing different modes like Knockout Tour, where racers are eliminated at checkpoints. Again, this is an online feature. So you race 24 racers, and at each kind of either checkpoint or each lap of the race, so many of the racers are eliminated until everybody but the top players are eliminated, and then they race for first. We've seen this kind of a feature in games like, if you've ever played like Stumble Guys. Stumble Guys does this. Stumble Guys is essentially like a race or like a party game where you try to eliminate the other players. You will be running down the track, and it will only allow the first 16 players to move on to the next round. This is a similar feature, and each round gets lower and lower and lower players that can progress further. That's what Knockout Tour is going to be like. The other gameplay feature that no other Mario Kart game has had is a complete free roam open world. Like I said, this is going to give the players tons of exploration opportunities, tons of secrets to find, and they add in some platform mechanics so that you can you'll be able to reach different areas by performing different acrobatic tricks and jumps and stuff. They add some platforming into it so you can explore and roam around this world freely. They also added in a rewind feature, and we've seen this in games like Forza Horizon, where you can just rewind and then start back at an earlier point. Now, this does not rewind all of the online players, though. It only rewinds you. So I kind of think that maybe this feature is not going to be featured in race, in free roam, so you can practice your tracks. Now, it's a little bit of speculation. It might just be all the time. I don't know. Rewind feature. Good to be added for an open world game. Gives you plenty of opportunity to practice different turns, to perfect different techniques. It's an awesome feature. I'm glad they added it. All right, new mechanics. This is what I was talking about. They've added some platforming mechanics into it. They have a charge jump, which enables you to ride the walls, like wall ride. There's also boat racing, so you can race on water. And I kind of feel like it's going to be similar to Mario Kart 8, where your car just kind of transforms and hover wheels that were magnetic so that you could drive upside down or on the magnetic strips. Your car will just kind of automatically transform into boat mode, and you'll be able to just race across the water. And when you do a big jump in the air, your car can sprout wings, and then you can fly around. In Mario Kart 8, it was more like gliding. You're racing, you jump, your glider pops out, and then you just kind of glide and float down. This looks to me like it's going to be more extensive, even better way and a faster way of moving around this massive world is to fly around it. And I think they're going to add that option. I hope it's not just a glide feature. I think it's going to be a glide feature in race, and this is speculation, and a full on flight mode in free roam, which would make sense. And if it's not that, it should be. The other mechanics they have is they have unlockable costumes. This is done by like driving through the drive-through of a restaurant, or like I don't know if it's going to be like shopping at stores or whatever, but as you like grab your lunch, you pick it up similar to like how you pick up a power up. You'll gather new costumes that way, which is kind of cool. My kids love to customize their characters and to be able to wear whatever costume you want. I mean, in Super Mario Odyssey, that was one of my kids' favorite features, was to be able to dress up Mario and to find new costumes for him from each level and to unlock them and find secret costumes. So I'm sure there's going to be like common costumes, and then there's going to be more rare costumes. So that's cool. Okay, multiplayer. We talked about this a little bit. It's going to be 24 players in online mode. 24 players per race. That's crazy. But with that knockout tour, you need to have a lot of players. 24 players sounds about right. It's going to be fun. It's going to be chaotic. When you win around, you're going to feel like you're on top of the world, like you're a pro. I think that's a very cool feature, and it's probably going to be one of the things that we play the most online is that knockout tour, to be honest. My kids really like that style of gameplay. Now, local multiplayer. It's done a couple different ways. You can do 4 players per Switch, but they're leading you to believe that you can sync up 2 consoles and be able to play local player 8-player matches. For one Switch, 4 players, 2 Switches linked together, you can play 8-player locally. Now, you would have to have 2 docks, 2 Switches, 2 TVs, and enough controllers for everybody. So it gets pretty expensive if you want to play it 8-player multiplayer. I mean, it's already expensive at 4-player multiplayer. Having to buy the console, you get two Joy-Cons, but then you'd have to buy 2 more Joy-Cons or 2 more Pro controllers in order to play 4-player. So, this generation is going to be more expensive than previous generations of gaming. And we've seen that with the games, peripherals, and other components for your consoles. And yeah, it's getting pricey. So the other thing is character roster. Mario Kart World will feature 40 playable characters. That's what they've told us. And I would not be surprised if there are multiple like rare unlockables that you can find on top of these 40 playable characters. And they showed a couple of them in there, like Cataquack and Swoop, and that they showed the cow as a new character. And I bet I wouldn't be a bit surprised if they do downloadable content to add even more players later. The other thing that we know is that there are question blocks that you can drive over that will activate certain things, or maybe even give you a power up. They're a little bit vague on it, but they added question blocks, but you just kind of drive over them. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised if if they get creative with the wall riding and the jumping and the rail riding, that when you jump, you can like jump at a certain point and do trick shots and hit different question blocks. The other thing is P switches. They showed P switches and how they like activate a certain like event in the world near you. So you hit the P switch and then you have to complete it before the P switch timer goes up. So those are some of the other things that we've seen that are new to this game. And the other thing that they've confirmed, they didn't come out and say it exactly, but I mean, we all know what it is that after you complete the game and whatever requirements that are required for unlocking this, but you can unlock Rainbow Road. But it's not something that they're just giving you in the open world right off the bat. It's something that you have to unlock. And they just said that in the trailer. As you're racing, they've added rails, wall rides, and different things, different components for you to do during a race to kind of give you an edge over everybody else by performing different tricks and stuff. I don't know exactly what it's going to do, but it's going to give you an edge. You know, riding the rail might actually be like a shortcut. So you have to ride the rail to take the shortcut. The other thing is that they've added a few new power-ups. And I got to say, my favorite power-up is when you drive into the back, the trailer of a semi-truck, and then you kind of like possess the semi-truck, and now you're driving a big giant truck. And I thought that was super cool. And you could just kind of like plow through everybody and just run them over. The other thing is that they have the semi trucks just randomly driving around. Their trailers are kind of like slanted towards the road, so it's like a ramp. So the semi trucks are just like driving ramps sometimes, and you can just jump up and jump over the players, or jump up and get a power up, or whatever they want it to want you to do, you know. And so those are some of the different aspects of a race. And to be able to like wall ride, and I seen a video where they were wall riding and then they jumped to another wall and rode it again. So I mean, they're getting creative with it. So some of the things that I would like to see in this game, because I'm a fan of Forza Horizon, what I would like to see, which they haven't confirmed, so this is like all speculation or just things that I would like the game to feature. And you know, for $80, they better pack in a ton of features. What I would like to see is I would like to see events in the open world. And not only multiplayer, but single player events as well. You drive up to a location and you find an event. So discoverable events is what I would like to see. The other thing that I would like to see is like unlockable tracks, things for you to work towards. And they've already hinted at this with like Rainbow Road. So you got to complete the game to earn Rainbow Road. But being able to just go and race on everything all at once, it's fun right at first, but it doesn't give the game that much replayability if you can just go and just do it all at once. It needs to be unlocked slowly and gifted to you for achieving and completing different goals. And I'm absolutely positive that's what's going to happen. The other thing is I would like to see a lot of like Mario elements integrated into the world. You know, for example, you got like platforms that go up and down, so you can like jump on them and then stop, brake, and then it'll take you up, you know, and so you can reach different areas or hidden areas. That would be so cool to just have them add in a certain like platforming ability with the open world, and have it like you get up to here and you can unlock a new costume or something. That would be fun. And along with like single player events, I think that, you know, this is technically kind of a live service game. I know you can play it single player, but I mean, if it's anything like Forza Horizon, which is kind of looking like they're kind of like taking elements from that game, and rightfully so. I mean, Forza Horizon is wildly popular and it's super fun to play. To marry that concept with a Mario Kart game, that would be phenomenal. This is kind of the things that we're looking forward to with Mario Kart. On top of all of this, the graphics look really cool. Still super cartoony and very arcadey feel, which is what you want from a Mario Kart game. You don't want like a racing simulator. You don't want it to be super realistic, but you want the graphics to just pop and be in your face and see all the new like textures and details. With the Switch's new hardware, I think we're going to see a huge leap in graphical capabilities, especially on dock mode, so that you can put it on your television and play it almost. I don't know if you'll be able to play most games like 4K, all high specs, but because it still is at its heart a handheld. But I am looking forward to seeing what they can do in dock mode. And if there's like a boost in power like built into the dock to be able to reach like 4K resolution, and they're also boasting like 128 frames a second. And anyways, lots of cool things to look forward to. My kids are really looking forward to playing Mario Kart World. We all are. If you're excited too, leave some comments below. And if you have any speculation on what will actually be there, and if I missed anything that is terribly important, leave it in the comments and let me know. Maybe I'll do a part 2 to this video. If you found value in this and you like my content, give me a like, subscribe, give me a comment, whatever it is. I don't care. Everything helps me. And as a small channel, I really appreciate it. We're going to end there. And until the next episode, remember, stay rad and stay retro.